All right, so we have to go to the WAS hideout now, and I believe we have the dimension that we need in order to deal with them, so we should be good. I should be able to interact with this now. So the lady in the picture is about 30 years old. Words of longing and vengeance have left deep, savagely sharp scratches on the film. Each and every insult addressed at thaumaturges uttered so often they became mechanical only made those scratches deeper.
Is there anything else you want to ask?
I know about your little secret. You don't work here out of passion, do you?
Is it necessary to enjoy one's job?
You work for someone else, don't you? For the Russians, not the WAS.
You must be crazy. I don't snitch to anyone. Leave me alone.
I have a document that might compromise Mr. Konieczny.
Why should I care?
Your supervisors will be keenly interested in this evidence, I presume.
But I've told you.
Just take this letter and do what you deem right with it. I'm sure it will help you get a better assignment than this one.
Well, just leave it with me.
Oops, typo there. Eve it with me.
But I still don't know what you're talking about.
Delivered evidence. Mieczysława, the Okrana's mole inside the WAS, eventually decided to deliver the letter incriminating Władimirs to her employers. Dangerous liaisons. The Okrana will soon receive evidence indicating Władimirs' subversive views. It shouldn't take too long for the effects to become apparent, thus I consider the WAS issue solved.
What do you want, Tempermancer?
I thought the Ochrana would be interested in your activities and sent them some of your compromising materials. They should be especially appreciative of how your organization gets its funding from the socialists. So the Ochrana sent Mieczysława to you. Your snitch is just now strolling over to them, carrying all the evidence.
Liar.
Do you see her anywhere around here?
You will regret this, magician. There won't be a place on Earth that will hide you from the wrath of the righteous.
Fine. Just don't send your boys to the cemetery anymore. And send me a postcard from the Citadel.
What a way to end that. Władimirs Konieczny. Władimirs has created a convenient narrative for himself, one in which he is a holy warrior and the thaumaturges are enemies of humanity. If the truth is different, that's too bad for the truth. It's interesting how the writing in the game switches between the English, the Englishization of all of the Polish words, and then the Polish version. So this should say Veles because it was spelled with a V earlier, but it's spelled with a W here. Sergei. At Svetlana's soiree, I met an impassioned young man, Sergei Alexandrovich Nekrasov. It seems that he has a weakness for Sofia Skawan, and he is a fairly typical representative of Warsaw's rich youth. I don't think we will become friends. I wanted to get Veles, so I did. If the true faces of Warsaw's leader to be exposed during my hunt, then so be it. And Sergei? Well, Sergei learned the truth about his Sofia. Better now than later. Countess Lermontova. Countess Lenora Fedorovna Lermontov, doyen of the family and a political force who all must reckon with. She is one of the Tsar's favorite advisors, and not one to be underestimated. Danis was popular in bar districts as a good companion when it comes to drinking, brawling, and all kinds of risky ventures. No wonder. The flaw of recklessness pushes him to cross all boundaries and lures him with a lack of consequences. But there are consequences, and they will make themselves conspicuous when they are least expected. I divested Danis of his problematic flaw. He will now have to face the demons from his past and acknowledge the consequences of his thoughtless diversions. Where will that lead him? Madame Samira. Madame Samira, a psychic. Her seances are very popular in Warsaw. I wonder if ghosts are also attracted to her. We met at Svetlana Rumyantseva's soiree. Immediately there was a tension between us. Samira cannot stand me. The reason might be that she is a thaumaturge herself. Her salutor is serene. Or perhaps it's because I snatched Velis from under her nose. I'm not sure. Perhaps someday we'll have a chance to talk about it. I am really interested in this because it made it seem... This game makes it seem like getting salutors is necessary for progress. Is there a way to lose that? Is there a way to lose a thaumaturge to her? Sofia Georgievna Skawon. What a she-devil. Sophia toys with all the other guests with no shame. Old Skawon hates thaumaturges, something his daughter is well aware of as she continues playing with me. Still, by taking away this little schemer's flaw, I did do her a favor. Let me see. I want to look at the other things. Lelek. In Kashubian, his name means fool. Leleks are small and unruly salutors drawn wherever there is music and various acts of recklessness, especially if someone dies in the process. Their trill is often a harbinger of imminent death. Flaws that Leleks are interested in are those with excessive bravado, gullibility, and looking for conflict. My Lelek followed Danis, the Cossack who defied death. He is effective at depriving enemies of focus and can transfer your states onto them. Veles. The dignified serpent is a Slavic representation of a god of the underworld, wealth, and intrigue, a perfect combination for high society. The flaws it follows are related to secrecy, an inclination to manipulate, scheming, a penchant for causing confusion, and a desire to watch the world burn as a result of one's intrigues. My Veles followed Sofia Skawon, a popular but terribly miserable girl who tried to capture everyone's attention with elaborate intrigues. He is a powerful salutor whose efficiency depends on luck. Serene. Syrians arrived in Rus together with Persian merchants. According to Slavic beliefs, they sing sacred songs that bring luck, but people can be led astray by these songs. They are seductively beautiful and extremely dangerous. The Sisters of Dragons. The flaws they are interested in are those related to great sadness, the desire to forget, forbearance, charity, and forgiveness. Serene I saw belongs to Samira. This one I cannot have, no matter how badly I'd want to. Lock, Stock, and Barrel. No wonder Lock, Stock, and Barrel is losing the popularity contest. It's a place hospitable only to some, their own. Those who serve the Empire, who have Russian blood in their veins, who, like chameleons, blend into every environment if they can benefit from it. Downstairs is booze, upstairs are girls, both theirs, and only for their own. I can remember that even in my youth, Poles would steer clear of this place and choose its competitors. The bar, though hostile to outsiders, turned out lucky for me. It was there that I captured Lelek, the bird that reflects the spirit of this boozy neighborhood. It was there Danis' fate was sealed. I can feel I will be scowled at here. All right, so we got all that stuff done. Let's go talk to the Gravedigger now. Hey, Apollo. Hey, Gamer. Thank you for showing up. Hope you're all doing well. We should just now go back to the cemetery. Should be pretty simple.
Sweet Jesus, don't scare me. I'm just here to see if the dead are lying down as they should.
First of all, the WAS won't mess around here anymore.
Did you send them to hell, where they belong?
They asked for it.
Right. Better not mess with magicians, huh? They won't be running rampant here anymore. But now that it's all over, would you be so kind as to make a donation? For the cemetery, of course. And to make sure important notices reach you as quickly in the future.
Oh, that's funny.
I'll be gracious. Please write a letter to my sister. She'll send you a check.
Thank you for looking kindly on an honest man. If you do expire someday, I'll get you the most exquisite hearse. God bless Mr. Szulski.
All right, so we got that one done. Now it's time for us to try and get as much done here as possible. I want to check Father's grave really quickly for stuff that might be inspirational. Because we haven't been back in here in a bit. Okay, we're good. Kavishla. Been a while since we've been here. It's always raining in Povishla. The game does look pretty good. For what it is, of course. A floor covered in broken glass. A throwing competition without a target. In addition to the bottles, he also threw words full of resignation and bitterness. They were joined in their flight by a sense of duty, the satisfaction of a job well done, and the last shred of a heart he once had for the job. He doesn't want to lose it, but can he manage to hold on to it? I don't have enough to get this, but I need it. 1, 2, I think this is 3, 4, 5. Or it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and this would be 5.
Of all the joints in Povishla, you walk into this one again.
Who was the last victim? You must know their name.
I do, but you don't have anything to convince me. Is there anything else?
All right, we have one more. We need to
have
get
to
one
go
more
now.
level before we can do anything else.
It's true.
Let's go talk to Voronin then. Because if we speak to him, we can probably get enough experience to get stuff. Ooh. Hunting crop. A riding crop with a mahogany handle. Mahogany-colored handle, autumn leaves, a fox's bushy tail among the trees. The memory of autumn hunts is covered by dark clouds. Once, every expedition was exciting, but now they've become routine. Yet he must keep doing them to retain his place in the Count's circle of friends. Oh, I can finally cross this off my list, too. So close to that other point. Donuts are over here.
Hi, Victor. Something held me up. Have you been waiting long? Just a moment. Welcome back to our favorite square. A lot of good memories, That's true, I do have fond memories of this place. You were so small. You, Ligia, and Petya would always race from the droshky to the booth. And then we'd hold up the entire line until we finally decided what filling we wanted in our donuts. And Ligia would always rush you. That's because she only likes them with plum. Who does that? Anyway, I'm guessing you need my help. You truly are your father's son. To the point. To the point. All right.
It's about a certain incident at the Imperial Hotel.
Is it about the confusion that supposedly aroused during one of the recurrent soirees?
Do you know what happened there?
No, not at all. I wasn't there.
Good. Because the party you know nothing about attracted the interest of several important figures. I'm just saying. But that's not what I wanted to talk about. It's about Petya. And the Imperial Hotel, a boy, fell from a balcony and he's dead. Those hyenas from the Warsaw Courier have already jumped on it.
How is it linked to Petya? Is he all right?
Yes, he's fine. But you see, that wretched balcony is part of his apartment.
I didn't know Petya lived at the Imperial. He didn't mention it when I saw him at the funeral.
He rents an apartment. Says he's more comfortable that way. Closer to his friends. You know, I'd like to be more in touch with him.
You're not very close?
Since losing Helena, it's been up and down between us. My work kept me from devoting enough attention to him. Maybe I was too lenient with him.
Who was the guy who died?
Ludwik Krajewski. He and Petya were from two different words. You know, the Krajewskis they're not wealthy.
There's nothing wrong with that, but how did he and Petya meet?
That you'll have to ask my son.
Ludwik Krajewski was killed at the Imperial Hotel. His family is reportedly already being pestered by the press, seeking comment on the incident. I should pay them a visit if I want to learn more.
And what role exactly am I here to play, Uncle?
Do what you do best. Use your powers to find out how Ludwig's death is connected to Petya. With all due respect to Stasio, I don't want to make the same mistake judging my only son as he did. I want to know the truth, whatever it is. And those Krajewskis, I know the press is trying to contact them. I fear that without your help, they might publish something untrue.
I'll go see Petya. And where can the Krajewskis be found?
They live in a courtyard-facing apartment of a tenement house, near the Imperial.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. Thank you. Go. I stay here for a while.
I've updated my journal. Let's see. Let's move. For some reason, it's not exactly like this, but there's like a quest line in Observer that kind of has a similar setup to this. I don't know why that's where I jumped to. They're both Polish games. Here we go. This being blocked by this is irritating. A piece of beige thread smudged with mud. Day by day, the repetitive clatter of machines. The seamstress's hands work abstractly. After hours of sewing, they wither like flowers lacking water. She's been quilting these fabrics for so many years. Nothing ever changes except by these hands becoming more and more weak and wrinkled. Trapped. The inability to save oneself from the dullness of everyday life, from the monotony and boredom. Why is human joy so short-lived? Quilting is a laborious technique that both reinforces and embellishes the fabric. The checkered pattern is a timeless classic. The gingery color brightens up the whole thing. Maybe this will fight off the melancholy. All right, hey, I actually think I just got inspiration for the tailor. I think I did. I think I should be able to take this now and give it to him and get new clothes. So let's see if that gives me experience as well. Because again, the second we get word 5, we should be able to reopen the case, Kayatan's case as well. The Fashion Review, February 1905. The ball season is in full swing, but apart from fancy evening wear and costumes, this issue also presents winter coat cuts. Winter, heavily quilted fabrics and thick furs will be a good choice. The special supplement previews what will be worn in the spring, fashionable accessories fresh from Paris, checkered vests, and brownish red foulard. Okay, we got that. Was this quest just bugged before? Now I just have access to finding these things? If so, this is going to be really helpful because we've been sitting on this for a little bit. Let's go to Sredmicha. All right.
Mr. Szulski, come in. What's new? I've got some fresh ideas for you.
Promising. But you can't keep wearing the same attire. Please, come back to me if you find more inspiration. Meanwhile, I shall attend to my work. Please, excuse me.
I won't bother you.
All right.
Okay, so there's no more inspiration to find yet. But I did get... Did I get another point? No, I didn't. Oh, come on. All right. This does seem doable, though, right? Did I get another... Let's check this, actually. Let's go to the wardrobe and just see that it didn't add anything new. I don't think it did, but let's just be sure. Did it? It did. Oh, okay. We got an orange. We have a yellow outfit now. Nice. Pragmatic snootiness. These elegant pants feature a slight turn up to minimize the amount of dust settling on the fabric. It's not terrible. Shades of grandiosity. Quilted lining in shades of burgundy will provide warmth on cool fall nights. I like that. Okay, so that is how this inspiration thing works, is we just, throughout the game, will pick up more and more pieces of inspiration that then can be used to get new wardrobe items. And it seems to be kind of just something that picks up over the course of the game. because it's not leading me anywhere. Like, snapping my fingers here doesn't give us any direct insight, so... Who is this?
Please sit down and smile at me. We're dear friends after all.
I don't quite follow. I believe we haven't met yet.
You really don't know who I am? You're so innocent. Take a look at me. Preferably my eyes.
I'm sorry, madam, but I've no idea where I could have seen you.
Truly exceptional. Olena Dąb-Zakrzewska. Nice to meet you.
Wiktor Szulski.
Well, well. How do you find Rumianceva Suarez?
Olena, my beauty. Someone would like to meet you. Please, let's go.
I already have company. Go away.
This isn't the theater, honey. No need to make a scene. Move it.
The lady said she didn't want to. Is it a problem?
2. An unreliable, wealthy bitch and a fool trying to be a hero.
Bore.
Get lost. Unless you want to solve it another way.
I'll make it clear for you.
Talking a lot of shit for someone in salutor range. Alright, attack with Lelek to disable, attack with Bukovac. Sure. Alright, let's do this. And now that I have all 4 personas, this is pretty good. Okay, there's no status there. Alright, in that case, we're gonna Bukovac. And then for him, we're gonna put him into suffering. And now, we'll put him in suffering as well. Whatever, we'll just reduce his focus. That didn't give him suffering. Oh well. Okay. Cooper. We'll hope that this just breaks. It did. Perfect. And now I'll get my health back.
Thank you for standing up for me. Not everyone would dare to do that. I hope they didn't hurt you too much.
Why did he pursue you like that? Does it happen often?
Fame doesn't just come with splendor and acclaim. It also comes with unwanted attention. Some people think I belong to them because the entire town can watch me.
Goodbye.
Or perhaps see you later, dear Mr. Szulski.
Okay. All right, now we can go to the Imperial Hotel. That was a fun little quest. I like that. I like these like little weird interactions that we can have.
Nobody's home?
They are. They just won't answer the door. Tobias Fagin, the Warsaw Courier.
Maybe they want to mourn their son in peace rather than talk to the press.
What are you looking for here?
Information. But I think my methods are more effective.
Then maybe I will leave, and later you can share something. Deal?
All right, if I learn anything interesting, I'll share it with you.
Great. It's a deal. I will hold you to your word.
You chased him away? Glory be. Thank you. Please, come in before he gets back. Let me at least offer you some tea.
Thaumaturgy never fails me. There is something here.
All right, coat with a fur collar. A coat sewn at a well-known tailor on Prajna Street. Black wool hugs the perfectly finished line of the collar. Expensive buttons still radiate with the faint glow of Parisian light. The beauty of the intention is covered with dust. This gift wasn't chosen to make someone happy. The owner simply got bored with the out of fashion piece of rubbish. Broken plate. Pieces of a broken plate lying on the kitchen floor. Every shard of the plate tossed with fury radiates with a sense of injustice. A lifetime of hard work, taking care of his family. He didn't deserve such immense suffering. Sharp shards feel stuck in the throat and throttle with each heartbeat. All right, we're about to get word 5, I think, so. Photo of a young woman. A look frozen in time. Love portrayed with a rich man's money. A piece of delight cropped to fit the frame. The paper reflects the light and the thoughts of the beloved wrapped around the photograph like a halo around the head of a saint. Oh my god, we're right. We're like one experience point away. A high medical bill and an annotation of debt. Amounts keep appearing on more and more pieces of paper, written as dead strings of digits. The paper has been crumpled up by weary hands, with a corner warped by wet tears. Helplessness and despair pass through the heart in waves, each one more dizzying.
Come in. Would you like some tea? My name's Krajewski. Zygmunt.
Wiktor Szulski. Thank you. Maybe later. I have a question.
Is it about Ludwig? Since you brushed that news hound off. All right. Ask away.
Do you get invaded by the press often?
Not a day passes without someone knocking at the door, sniffing around, reopening wounds, looking for a scoop. But each one of them also promises money. We're not wealthy, and after Ludwig's death, we have even less.
You could use some money now.
Sure, but I really don't know what I could tell the news hounds.
That's enough. Did Ludwig live here with you?
Not much recently. Piecia kept inviting him to all kinds of places. Parties, dances, horse racing.
Did it happen often?
What? Piecia's invitations? Yes. I would tell him Ruskies were not appropriate company for him.
Perhaps Ludwig was impressed with it all.
You bet. But if you ask me, Piecia was using Ludwig so that others would admire him for spending time with a poor man. So, there you have it.
Petia's purpose. According to Zygmunt, Petia was used his relationship with the poor Ludwig to build up his image. A profitable relationship. Ludwig and Petia's relationship was quite complicated. Petia's goal was to show others that he was magnanimous because he was friends with the poor boy. Ludwig, on the other hand, wanted to give his fiancée a good life thanks to his friend's support. He was also impressed by the company of the young Voronin.
That's enough. Can I ask you about Ludwig's belongings?
You've looked around by now?
I found a photo of a young woman. Who is she?
This is Hannah, Ludwig's sweetheart. They had been seeing each other for a while. She was here not long ago, after what happened.
An elegant men's coat. Is it Ludwig's?
I don't have the heart to sell it. Ludwig liked it so much. Piecia gave it to him.
I've seen the doctor's bill.
I think this is trash.
Goodbye.
Okay. Yeah, sure. The crumpled up receipt was trash. You are technically correct, my friend. All right, we gotta go out here, follow Sigmund's thoughts.
Mr. W.S., what's the hurry? You didn't introduce yourself, but I have my own ways of getting to the truth. W.S. Wiktor Szulski. Are you one of those Szulskis? Stanisław's son?
This guy speaks...
No. What do you want?
Our little deal, remember?
This guy speaks like a deadly premonition NPC.
I didn't learn anything new.
Too bad. I'm afraid in tomorrow's newspaper, people will read that thaumaturgy is a scam. In that case, until next time, Mr. W.
Sure. Fuck that dude. I'd probably cut off some stuff there, but people thinking thaumaturgy is a scam isn't that big of a deal to us because people already think it's a scam, so who cares? Candle. A candle is burning slowly on an improvised altar dedicated to Ludwig. The flame hisses treacherously. Grief over the death of a child bites and slowly sucks the blood, especially at night when Maria's raspy breathing can also be heard. Sigmund knows that he will place a second candle on the altar soon. Then his heart will shatter into 1,000,000 pieces. The Krajewski family. Krajewski. The Krajewskis are in a difficult situation. Ludwig has died, which has worsened the already seriously ill Maria's condition. The medical costs are too high for Sigmund to bear. Yay, we got the next point we needed. All right. I think let's just go to Pavishla now and see. Can we get the next clue for the case? Because if we can, then that changes stuff. My guess is that there is still one there. I still need one more point, which will be extremely difficult for us to get, but let's see. Yeah, I don't have it. I have word 4, not word 5. Oh no. All right, just means we got to do other stuff for now. We'll probably get the next point we need soon. Let's look at this. I need 2 points. Ugh. This is hard. This is rough. Balancing all these plot points, real tough. All right, let's go in. Check out the Imperial again.
Hello.
Mr. Szulski, hello. Shall I inform the authorities and hospitals, or shall I wait? Your last visit has become somewhat of a legend.
This time it'll be quiet, I promise. I'm here to see Pyotr Voronin.
Is Master Voronin moving out by any chance?
Not that I know of. Why should you care?
The gatherings that the young master deigns to organize are rather noisy and bothersome. The guests have been complaining. Some have left.
Never mind. Where can I find our pest?
Room 213, second floor. You've been there already.
Okay, concierge's opinion of Petya. According to the concierge, Petya makes life difficult for the hotel's guests and employees. Complaint. Dear sirs, I would like to inform you that my wife and I are forced to shorten our stay at the hotel if the situation does not change. Peaceful rest has recently become impossible here due to the noise coming almost all night every day from the flat on the first floor, where, as we have heard, Mr. Voronin lives. In addition, there are people of dubious provenance in the vicinity of this flat in the evenings. The only solution for people who care about peace and their reputation is to get as far away as possible from such excesses, which we will do if you do not do something about it. Yours sincerely, Alexander Ivanov. Ivanov. Right? I do need to speak to what's her name while we're here as well. Let's quickly do that. Oh, this is a main quest. Never mind. So we won't do that one then. You chew the leaves, but you can also turn them into powder and snort it. Is he talking about coke? Jesus Christ.
Same thing tonight, gentlemen?
You bet. I'll get some cognac. It will help relax the atmosphere.
In this game, first floor means second floor.
Same thing tonight, gentlemen?
Because it's European.
You bet. I'll get some cognac. It will help relax the atmosphere.
So yeah, this is like a drug den. This is Petya's place?
Same thing tonight, gentlemen?
You bet.
This isn't what he looked like earlier.
Who's this guy?
It's just my cousin. Hello, Victor. Meet Thomas and Franz. Did you miss me?
I wanted to see how you've settled in.
Take a look around. It gets quite interesting here during my modest parties. Want some champagne?
About these parties, I think someone got lost on the balcony recently.
It was Papa who sent you, wasn't it? I told him to stay out of this. Tomas, Franz, show my cousin the door.
What? They're gonna fight me? Jeez. Just slow his action. Hidden negative state on the attacker. It's a ticking time bomb. Oh my god. Okay. Howl. Ouchie. Very painful. Ouchie. Extremely painful. Alright. Now for this dude. I am dead if I do not heal myself. So. Cooper. Attack him. Victor, attack him. Ouch. Alright, 16 HP back. Gamer stuff says, so about that promise to the door guy. What door guy? That I was gonna tell him stuff? I don't tell him nothing. Snitches get stitches. Very cool. Alright. I want to see Velis. Inflicts damage, 50% chance of interrupting an attack. Cool. We love this. Oh, Ren says, you said it would be a quiet visit this time. Hey, I didn't do this. They did this. I did this exceptionally quietly. There were no gunshots.
As you can see, I can be stubborn.
Congratulations. Franz and Thomas are tough customers. Well, speak up. I don't have all day.
What happened that night, from your point of view?
Thanks, cousin. It's hard for me to talk about it. He was my friend. We were having fun. Whiskey, cigars, and other amusements. Ludwig got drunk and went out on the balcony. He yelled something about wanting to get higher, even higher. And then there was a scream and a shriek from down below. I stepped out onto the balcony and Ludwig, he was down there, dead.
I went to see the Krajewskis.
How are they?
They remember how close you two were, how much Ludwig cherished your friendship and your gifts.
Really? The Krajewskis remember me?
How do you want to end it? Your friend is dead. He was someone's son.
Yes, the Krajewskis. I know they're poor, but I can help them with that.
They say the press is interested in them.
I've heard. I'm not worried about myself, but it may damage Papa's reputation. And it could take a toll on the Krajewskis too. I want to protect them. Money is no object.
Okay. Well, he seems honest then, in that regard, I guess.
Hello? Who is it? Did she introduce herself?
No, do not let her in under any circumstances. Damn it.
You have an unwelcome guest?
Mind your own business, cousin.
He's got a flaw. Outline of a flaw. During my conversation with Pietya, while delicately coaxing information from him about his relationship with Ludwig, I saw a flicker of Pietya's flaw. If I want to bring it out, I should look for additional arguments. The young master's moods. Pietya seems to have a flaw inscribed with his selfish motifs. He's arrogant, using people in his milieu to build his own image. Events in the lobby. Something is happening in the hotel lobby that is clearly disturbing my cousin. Before we do this, though, let's try to get as much situation dust covered. Come on, give me some of that dust. Lock, stock, and barrel matchbox. The package is drenched. It's hardly possible to make out the name of the bar. The box still bears a trace of warmth. A break at work, a small flame lights a cigarette. A small flicker of hope glows in the soul. The waitress drifts off into a dream world. She sees herself in a white dress and veil, with her head held high. Valued, at last. Okay. Force Petya's flaw to ripen. That's pretty brutal. Brutal thing to do to someone. Hairpin. A hairpin lost on a hotel balcony. She had wanted to fix her hair. Her fingers suddenly became stiff and her body was seized by a spasm. The metal pin was electrified with terror. The second that destroyed 2 lives imprinted itself on a small ornament, turning into an artifact of pain. The hotel tragedy. So at the time of Ludwig's death, someone else was on the balcony, a witness, a woman, most likely a waitress from the Lock, Stock, and Barrel bar. Okay, so that's a lead. Men's shoes. Shoes are arranged in a neat row in front of the balustrade. Balustrade. I don't know how that's pronounced. The souls emanate with shaky excitement. One step on the balustrade, one step toward a new life. The man was filled with joy. He would be able to provide a better life for his beloved and his family. He just signed a document, so everything was on paper. Make the Kryuskis accept Petya's money. Force Petya's flaw to ripen. What's going on down here? Let's see what this is about.
I insist you let me in.
I've already told you, madam. Master Voronin is not here.
Perhaps I could help you somehow. Let's talk.
Please do. Best of luck. I'd do anything for a short break from those annoying guests of his.
I will get to that bastard no matter what. Don't even try to throw me out.
Quite the opposite. I can help you. But first, I'd like to know why he didn't want to let you in.
Because he's afraid to look me in the eye. And I'm carrying his child.
I see. Pietya should hear the joyful news. Please give me a moment.
Father of the Year. Petya refuses to talk to Anna even though he's the father of her child. This is certainly a fitting clue as to how to make my cousin's flaw shine in its full glory. That's not good. In fact, that's bad. That's bad. Oh boy, we have the concierge's thoughts to consider now. Ooh, what's this? Wiped writing on the wall. Traces of paint are barely discernible. Someone tried to wipe them off. Streaks of paint are like stains cast on the mind, clouding judgment. Concierge looked at the inscription and imagined himself grabbing Petya by the collar and throwing him off the balcony. Red paint splashes onto the driveway, but it's nothing. He'll clean it up after all. Mysterious. Okay. Let's go back to the Kryuskis. Couldn't remember if it was at the tram or not.
What now, sir?
Do you get invaded by the press often?
Not a day passes without someone knocking at the door, sniffing around, reopening wounds, looking for a scoop. But each one of them also promises money. We're not wealthy, and after Ludwig's death, we have even less.
You could use some money now.
Sure, but I really don't know what I could tell the news hounds.
That's enough. Do you get invaded by the
Oh, oops. Didn't mean to click that. Just my hand on the trackpad. Let's see.
Mr. Krajewski, is there a sum of money that could, at least, to some extent, make up for the loss of Ludwig?
No money can undo what happened.
But it might solve other problems. I will insist.
One more thing.
That's enough. You want justice for your son, but your wife is dying. You have no choice. That's why you will take the money I'm offering.
I'll accept the money.
And you won't tell anyone about it, especially the press.
No one.
Okay, well, that was valuable to do, I think. Just because, at the very least, it allows him to pay to help his wife. So, even though he didn't want to, because he was too proud, we made the choice for him. And he'll be better off for it. Oh, more stuff. Newspaper. Today's newspaper, a few pages are torn. There's a glimmer of rage between the scribbles of letters and outlines of drawings. The eyes read the words, but the thoughts revolve around young Master Voronin, who's been throwing his weight around at the hotel, causing nothing but losses. Only there was a way to get him back without being fired. Profit and loss account notebook filled with the tables and calculations. The notebook's covers pulsate with frustration. Numbers show the brutal truth. Important guests cancel their stays. The balance achieved is negative. And the day's hard work goes to waste. Grains of sand shift in the hourglass, and the currency of effort is thrown to the hogs. Growing pains. Petya's presence has an adverse effect on the concierge. Need to put the idea in his head that Anna Charnikovna is a perfect opportunity to vex young Voronin, so he should let her in. It's an idea. Certainly. Oh, we'll use Lelek to instigate some shit. I see this. This is fun.